Okay, so now as you can see, my oil is ready. So my mixture of olive oil and coconut oil is ready. First things first, my onion, very important. Onions always goes first, and let's give it a good mix. So you want to bruise those onions so that the color changes slightly. So the color changes slightly, and let me just let the onions. Okay. Now, what happened with the rice? The rice, what I do is I cook the rice halfway, not until it's all the way finish. I'll cook the rice until it's almost done, and then I will take it off because it's going to be completed once you hit the rest of the ingredients here. But anyway, that's the first step. Now, whilst the onion is in the pot, I use my Maggi. Now, in this entire process, I don't really use salt. I'm gonna be using 3 cubes of Maggi. That's all I need. Now, but I will build up my flavor. My first set of Maggi will go with the onion. So you can just squeeze it or whatever, whichever way you want to do it. I can just squeeze it like that. And then just put my Maggi in together with the onion. So that's my first build. And then I will just take a little bit of my spice. Okay. Mix it up, give it a good mix. A good nice mix. I can already smell that coconut, that olive oil, that onion, and some of the spice that I put in already hitting me, which is absolutely fantastic. Now I'm going to add my ginger and garlic in there. So give it again a good mix. You really want to have these two as your basis to build up the flavor. That's your basis. So from here on, we're just going to build up and make the flavor as powerful and as tasty. I'm smelling it and I'm getting hungrier as I go along. All right. So I don't want to keep you too long. So right now, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to add a little bit of dry thyme, just a pinch. Just a pinch of dry thyme. And then we're going to pause the video and then we'll come back to you when we take the next step.
Sure.
Okay, now as you can see, onions has now changed slightly in color. Look at that. And now it's ready. The basis has been formed. So we're going to be adding just 1 bay leaf in there before we add in the rest of the vegetable, which I've already mixed with my special ingredients. So now we add this in there and then just mix it on and leave that to really take over. Okay, so again we're going to take a pause and then we're going to come back and then show you how we go along step by step. Okay, so now as you can see, the vegetables have been really doing well. Look at the color, beautiful color. Let me just have a taste. That's the old school way. So now is the time to add my second cube. I don't normally use salt. You can use salt if you want. That's totally up to you. If I do, which I'm going to do now a little bit, I will add some sea salt or something like this. Yeah. So just a touch of salt. Basically a pinch. And at this point, the rice is going to join in. So as you can see, I'm going to dig in, making a space where the rice is going to land in. The rice is pretty much half cooked. So I'm adding this amount of rice. I used 5 cups of rice, but I mean you can determine how soggy you want your fried rice. I don't really like it to be that soggy, so I'm gonna add a good quantity of rice. Just gonna break it down nicely and literally just add everything in there. The whole pot, 5 cups of it. So now, obviously there's a little bit of a steam which is going to help me, just put this away, which is going to help me to bring up the flavor very, very nicely. So now I mix this from under, and then look at the reaction. Look at the color. So just mix this up a little bit, and then almost when the rice changes to that yellowish color, you're going to add something else, which I will show you in a bit, and that is actually to help the rice, because obviously the rice is cooked without any salt at all, so all the flavor is actually coming from the sauce and my spices. So whilst this is now bubbling up there, if you like, I say bubbling up, I'm going to add this bad boy, this basil. So I'm adding 3 leaves of that, and I'm adding a good tablespoon of butter before this one goes in. But for now, I'm just gonna mix this up nicely. The butter is going to help with color as well. So let's look at that color. Amazing. Amazing color. So just keep mixing. Obviously you can add as much vegetables as you like. For the benefit of this tutorial, I am going to add some spinach leaves right at the end, just to add that extra texture to the rice. So this rice is actually as good as finished, but first I need to try it just to make sure I got all my tastes right. So I'm gonna put it here. Oh yeah, very nice. So this is where I'm going to add my very last cube. just before I add the spinach. So here we go. Almost the finishing product. That's my very last one. There we go. Now, sometimes, just sometimes, I will add a little bit of ketchup. Now, this ketchup have a little bit of that sweetness and also help with the color slightly. So, right now, I'm just gonna pause this whilst I put it on a low cook. And then I'm going to add my spinach here to finish it off. Okay, so we're now heading to the very last steps. And I've just added, before we took a break, I added some tomato ketchup. And some people might ask, why tomato ketchup now? It's all about the flavor. It's all about the color and the taste. And tomato ketchup, as we all know, pretty much everyone, well, not everyone, most people like tomato ketchup, but with this particular one, you can decide to put tomato ketchup just to add that extra color or taste, or you add that tomato puree. But I tend to go for the tomato ketchup because it's a lighter version and it's a bit sweeter, and the puree is kind of a bit sour, and I just don't really fancy that much. So now I'm going to add my spinach, nicely washed. Obviously, with spinach, it's got some, it's always watery, but it's okay. This is the last from. I don't really want the spinach to actually be soggy stuff. The spinach still needs to be a little bit crunchy in your mouth. So that's the reason why. Obviously, with the tomato ketchup, that gives that amazing tastes. So all you need to do now is literally just mix this up together, and that's you done, really. So now from here on, it's eating time. So what I'm going to do now, after mixing this, I'm gonna get a plate, a small plate, and I'm gonna just dish a little bit for myself and just have a taste. So it's time to eat. Look at the color. In a miracle of time, we're ready. So now, this is one of the best time. So I'm just gonna dish myself just a tiny bit, and I'm gonna have to put this back because that flavor needs to be here. And let's try this bad boy. Oh, by the way, I need to apologize for eating in front of you. Okay? Are you hungry or what? Mm. 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 But we hope that you enjoyed our video. Till next time. See you later. Well, thanks for watching. See you later. Bye bye.